outside of its metropolitan areas, New Hampshire's forests are at their most breathtaking journey.
What the hell is this? Is this a train? Oh. Oh man, there is a song with the name America the Beautiful, or Is Beautiful America. But either way, America is such a beautiful place.
During the fall, when the
Hey, my friend, sorry, but can I get a like for America? Yeah, this is a weird question. This is a weird request, I know. But I mean, if you look at the screen, it's not. Can I get a like for America? The most underrated US states to visit. My friends, I really wonder what states will appear on this list. I plan to visit America this year, but apart from that, I plan to visit America multiple times in my life. So a list like this can actually be super interesting for me. But before we go into that, let me ask you for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much. It's the best way to show support. Now, if you can subscribe, well, in that case, forget about it. You make my day. Have that in consideration. Link for the original video in my description, and let's play it.
Welcome to Mojo Travels, and
Thank
today
you.
we're counting down our picks for the top 10 underrated US states to visit in 2021. Are you a
So I'm not okay. Actually, I'm gonna do a couple of predictions, but I think it's fair to say that California, Texas, Florida, New York, those states most likely will not appear here. Right? I mean, makes a lot of sense that they don't appear here because everyone knows them. So calling them underrated, I think, is a bit unfair. So I'm gonna do two predictions. I'm gonna go with a state in the north and with a state in the south. The first state in the north will be Montana. I think Montana is so beautiful, my friends, and I don't see a lot of people talking about that state in particular. And this is one of the states I really would love to visit one day. The second state I'm gonna predict here in the south will be Alabama. I actually believe Alabama is a great state if you like the southern culture, and people go to Texas, Florida, but I feel like Alabama, Louisiana, places like that deserve a bit more love. So Louisiana could also be, but Alabama and Montana. Let's go, my friends.
fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about
for
our
me, my
latest
friends.
videos.
Okay.
For
that's
this
it.
list, we're taking a break from obvious vacation destinations like New York, Hawaii, and California
Okay.
to shine a spotlight on other US states that should be on your radar.
Oh man, now that I'm seeing this, Wyoming will appear on this list. I know, I'm kind of sure.
Number 10, New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Everybody should cross the Four Corners Monument off their bucket list, but in which direction should you go from there? We'd suggest hopping back in the RV and driving down to New Mexico. From the Four Corners, it's roughly a 2.5-hour drive to Chaco Culture National Historical Park. From there, you can
Okay.
continue your road trip to White Sands National Park and Carlsbad Caverns, taking in the sights along the way. The Land of Enchantment lives up to its nickname, especially when the sun sets against the desert landscape. So pick up a pizza and pull over to a nice secluded spot just before dusk. And yes, there is a Breaking Bad RV tour for those who want to see Walter White's house and car wash.
So I was about to say that. I mean, I used to love that show, Breaking Bad. I believe it's 5 seasons. I ended up watching all of them. This was years ago. But I thought, at least in the show, New Mexico was quite beautiful. I believe it was Albuquerque, the city in particular. But yeah, I mean, New Mexico sounds great. Is another state that, of course, I would love to be there one day.
Number 9, Alaska. Despite
Oh, okay, Alaska. Actually, it's a state that a lot of people forget, I feel like. And yeah, in terms of natural beauty, probably is undefeated.
being the largest US state, Alaska is often overlooked when people make their vacation plans. Maybe this is because of the chilly temperatures. As an exclave of the US, it could also be that Alaska just seems too far out of the way. Whatever the
Yeah, I think that's the main reason. If Alaska was in the mainland, you know what I'm trying to say, I think a lot of people would went there. By the way, is this footage real? Oh man, that looks like heaven.
reason, tourists are missing out on a slice of paradise. Of course, there are the North Lights,
I believe it.
glacier tours, and various winter activities, but Alaska isn't just for those who enjoy the snow. Many fail to realize that the state is also lush with green forests and hiking trails. For animal lovers, Alaska's greatest draw will be its wildlife tours. providing tourists an opportunity to catch rare glimpses of bald eagles, bears, and whales, amongst other species. Number 8.
Oh, Montana. Okay, I was correct. Okay. Actually, a couple of words for Alaska. You guys may not believe it, but we have viewers in this community from Alaska, and that makes me so happy. You guys have no idea. That said, I mean, Alaska, such a beautiful place.
Bald eagles, bears, and whales, amongst other species. Number 8. Montana. Montana has been called the last best place. This description perfectly sums up both its underrated status and why you should book a trip. For those who want to hit the slopes, Big Sky and Whitefish Mountain Resort are two of the best skiing spots. If hiking and horseback riding is more your forte, there's Yellowstone and Glacier National Park. Flathead Lake is the
So, yeah, Yellowstone is also in Montana. It's weird, right? Because it's the national park that is so big that is in two different states. But what about the Grand Teton? That's in Montana, or is also in both? I honestly don't know, but I know more or less the region they are in. But for sure, some of you guys will know.
the ideal spot for fishing and kayaking, or maybe the family would prefer taking a trip to a ghost town. In any case, Montana offers no shortage of outdoor activities year-round. As for
Montana is
indoor
gorgeous.
attractions, there's a wide range of museums, covering everything from dinosaurs to
my
Native
gosh.
American culture. When you're in Montana, even driving down a highway can
It's
be an
amazing.
adventure.
Yeah.
Number 7. New Hampshire.
Ooh, New Hampshire, my friends. Interesting. This one, this is part of the New England region, right? When I think about the New England, I actually think about what I'm seeing right now in the screen. A lot of different colors, you know, the fall tends to be so beautiful. But I also have the idea this is a very cold region. Beautiful, but quite cold. Is this fair to say?
The New England region in general is underrated, living in the eclipsing shadow of New York. Beyond the Big Apple are several hidden gems, including the Granite State. If you're looking for a quaint little spot to visit, you'll immediately be won over by New Hampshire's
Wow.
small-town charm. Outside of its metropolitan areas, New Hampshire's forests are at their most breathtaking
What the hell is this? Is this a train? Oh. Oh man, there is a song with the name America the Beautiful, or Is Beautiful America. But either way, America is such a beautiful place.
during the fall when the
Hey, my friend, sorry, but can I get a like for America? Yeah, this is a weird question. This is a weird request, I know. But I mean, if you look at the screen, it's not. Can I get a like for America?
metropolitan areas, New Hampshire's forests are at their most breathtaking during the fall when the foliage comes in. If you're looking for something a touch more exciting, you can climb Mount Washington or explore Flume Gorge and Franconia Notch State Park. New Hampshire is also home to various amusement parks that provide fun for the whole family. If there's one ride you should take, however, it's the Conway Scenic Railroad. Number 6. Wyoming. Despite being
Wyoming.
the 10th largest state in the US, Wyoming has the country's smallest population with just under 580,000 residents. That makes it perfect for those who want to get away from overpopulated cities. Although it shares parts of Yellowstone with Idaho and the aforementioned Montana, a majority of this national park is in Wyoming. The state's portion
So the thing is, my friends, Wyoming, I mean, there is almost no words to describe how beautiful it is. But unrelated with that, I remember this was back in the day, the first time I discovered Wyoming. For curious, I went online and I was watching home prices because I thought, okay, if no one lives there, maybe it's actually not that expensive and it's still a beautiful place to live. But my friends, they are crazy expensive. You know what? I feel like you can find better deals in massive states like Texas. Not sure if you guys are aware of this or if you guys did your research on this front, but come on, someone may know why is that. Maybe actually, I have an idea. Maybe there is not enough construction, and maybe the north region is a bit more expensive than the south. I'm trying to make some logic, but tell me in the comments, my friends.
of Yellowstone notably includes the Old Faithful Geyser, which reliably goes off every 44 minutes.
I mean,
There's
it's
also
insanely
Grand
beautiful.
Prismatic Spring, the country's largest hot spring. Yellowstone isn't the only great spot for hiking and camping, as you'll want to explore Grand Teton National Park as well. Wyoming is
Okay.
even home to the first site to be declared a U.S. national monument, Devil's Tower. Number 5. Minnesota. Minnesota may be notorious for its freezing winters, as
Yeah.
seen in movies like Fargo, but the state practically transforms when summer rolls around. This is the ideal time to visit, as you'll be free to take your boats and jet skis onto the lakes.
So
Minnesota has been
beautiful.
called the land of 10,000 lakes, although technically there are over
Really?
11,000. The standout is arguably Lake Minnetonka, especially if you're into sailing. Actually, if you're in the market
Oh,
for a summer
wow.
home, a house on Lake Minnetonka will provide a splendorous view and put you at the center of a wonderful community. In
Sorry, this is Minneapolis, right?
addition to its lakes, Minnesota is known for the urban metropolis of Minneapolis, where you'll find
Minneapolis,
landmarks
sorry.
like Sculpture Garden. Number 4. Massachusetts. If
Oh my God, this is where Boston is, right? Look, real talk, this is just between me and you. I love Boston and I love this state. I just don't mention this state a lot of times in my videos because I have problems saying this name. I'm gonna try it and I'm gonna do my best, but for some reason my brain, I don't know what's wrong with me, my friends. You guys already end up teaching me multiple times, but I still mess this one up. Massachusetts. Oh my God, the attempt was so bad. Sorry. Can you guys forget that? Okay, clean that off your mind. I'm gonna try again. Massachusetts, Massachusetts, my friends, or Massachusetts. Wait, and the thing is, I feel like even in this type of video, sometimes people say this different. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's the accent of the people that record. But this makes a difficult word.
find landmarks like Sculpture Garden. Number 4. Massachusetts. If
I said it so bad. Massachusetts. Okay. I may end up. Okay. Sorry. Just one more time.
find landmarks like Sculpture Garden. Number 4. Massachusetts. If
Massachusetts. It's a weird name, my friends. There is no way around it.
you visit Massachusetts, chances are you'll be immediately drawn to Boston. The capital is indeed a must visit, being the home of Fenway Park, Freedom Trail, and New England Aquarium. We'd urge you not to forget about Cape Cod, however. Another prime place to rent a summer house. There's nothing like taking a boat out onto Cape Cod early in the morning.
See, that place right there, I feel like appears in a lot of movies.
If you know where to look, you'll find seals and sea lions basking in the water and on sandbars. You can also travel to neighboring islands Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard, which are best experienced on either a bicycle or a motor scooter. As for
Okay.
cuisine, you haven't tasted Cape Cod until you've had a bowl of clam chowder. Number 3. Maine.
Maine. Oh, wow. Honestly, it's a state that a lot of people don't talk a lot, so makes a lot of sense. This is in the coast, right?
Speaking of clams, Maine is famous for its seafood,
Yeah.
most notably lobster. Based on that menu, it shouldn't come as a surprise that the coast of Maine
So
is
cute.
lined with landmarks, such as
Okay.
Acadia National Park, Old Orchard Beach, and Portland Headlight. Portland, in particular, is where you can make the most of your vacation. Spend an afternoon shopping at the Old Port, take a tour of the Portland Museum of Art, and take a gander at the surrounding islands from the Portland Observatory. For those who enjoy a good drink, Portland has over 75 breweries, so order
But see, this is the thing. Portland is also in Oregon, right? But there is also so there is two Portlands.
a tall glass of craft beer to go with your lobster. Along with Rhode Island, Maine is a little spot that deserves a lot more love. Number 2. Vermont. We've discussed a
Vermont.
few New England states on this countdown, but Vermont may be the best for a getaway. And no, we're not
Really?
merely saying that because Quebec, Canada is just north. That being said, the Haskell Free Library and Opera House is built on the Canada-US border. Other landmarks include the Vermont State House and Mount Mansfield. The tranquil scenery couldn't provide a more fitting backdrop for hiking, fishing, and skiing when it snows. Vermont is a romantic destination for a second honeymoon. But if the kids tag along, the Ben & Jerry's factory tour should be at the top of your list. Oh,
Honestly, Vermont may be the most beautiful state when it comes to fall. You know, because look at all the colors. Actually, my friends, time to do a prediction for the number 1. I'm starting to having a feeling that maybe not Alabama, because no other southern states end up appearing. I'm gonna change my prediction. Sorry, but it is what it is. I'm gonna say Arizona. I feel like Arizona because of the Grand Canyon, maybe, and it's not just the Grand Canyon, but the Grand Canyon is one of the most beautiful things in the world. So maybe that, and he's next to Texas. That because of that, maybe a bit underrated. Wait, he's not next to. He's close to Texas, right? Is what? Is between California and New Mexico, I believe. Wait, maybe Oklahoma. Wait, maybe. Okay, I feel like it will be between Oklahoma and Arizona, but I said Arizona. I'm going with that.
Who are we kidding? Even if it's just you and your spouse, ice cream should
Oh, but
always
Vermont,
take precedence.
Wow,
Number 1, Oregon. We regret to inform you that
damn, great choice. I'm not mad at all, my friends. Oregon is a great choice. Sorry.
always take precedence. Number 1, Oregon. We regret to
Holy.
inform you that Gravity Falls isn't a real town, but that shouldn't discourage you from visiting Oregon. The
Come on, my friends. How do you guys want me to not say it? I have to say it. Look at that. Beautiful America strikes again. My friends, this video is really interesting. It's basically the most underrated USA states to visit. And I plan to visit America multiple times. I would love to know your perspective also on this topic. If you had to do a top 3 most beautiful and underrated states in America, what those states will be? Top 3 most underrated states in America. Leave me a comment, my friends. And actually, just one more thing. Can I get a like for America?
Beaver State captures the Pacific Northwest as its most picturesque, which you can quickly tell from sites such as the Columbia River.
Come on, look at this. I mean, they should have, I mean, if they ever do a remake of Lord of the Rings, I think Oregon is the place to shoot the movie.
River Gorge National Scenic Area and Crater Lake National Park. Whether you're interested in hiking to the summit of Mount Hood, riding horses on the beach, or go white water rafting down one of the many rivers, there's an adventure around every corner. At the center of this majestic state is the city of Bend, which is distinguished by the Pilot Butte Lava Dome. For anyone who loves the great outdoors, Oregon simply has it all. Paragliding, golf, rock climbing,
on.
the list goes on.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this
Yeah,
other recent clip from
kinda.
Mojo Travels and be
Okay, my friends, show them all the support. I actually like this channel a lot. Watch Mojo sometimes gets a bad rap, but they have this channel with the name Mojo Travels that I reacted a couple of times, and I find the videos quite good. Specific to see beautiful America, I really like it. My friends, thank you so much for watching this with me. Again, I know I'm repeating myself, but if you could leave me your top 3 most underrated states in America, does not need to be your state, of course. States that you ever visit, or even states that you have family that you also think are tremendous. Feel free to leave me that comment. Or look, if you don't want to leave 3 states, leave me one. I would love to know your perspective. That said, thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye, my friends.